I wouldn't fret about it, friends. You'll all be dead soon enough.
Don't even think of escaping, dissident!
We need to hurry. Otherwise, we're not getting out of here without a fight.
No! No!
Alvin?
Time to let it rip!
Crazy
Sorry, but this fight ends here! Now, Asuna!
Right! A whirling struggle escaped my judgment! Winds of heaven! Burst forth! Ray! I'll be...
Damn it! They got us outgunned!
And all while we're on the defensive.
Dad! Dad, come on! Stay with me!
All this trouble to buy yourself a few extra seconds before you die?
You bastard! Ugh!
They fled. They'll be back, though. Draw up a welcome party. We'll be ready when they return.
Did we lose them?
Looks like it for now.
Come on, even if we did lose them, they'll be after us soon enough. Besides, we have Zephyr to worry about. The sooner we get back to the safe house, the better.
Zephyr.
Let's get to the safe house, quick. You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Please, open your eyes!
I'm sorry. I can't stop the poison's advance.
Thank you.
Zephyr!
The struggle's in your hands now. Oh. Are you there, my son?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, Dad. Please just...
Oh. I can't see you. Are you there? Oh. Listen, I've always...
Dad. This can't be. No, it can't. We never... I didn't. And now he's gone.
I had a feeling we might have a rat among us. But to be Medic of all people.
So what do we do now?
I'm going. Law. That bastard Ganabelt will pay.
You have to know that Ganabelt will be expecting us. This is all an obvious trap.
I don't give a damn if it is! There's no way I'm letting that bastard get away with this!
He's right, you know. Ganabelt. Mess with the wrong people.
Alphen, you can't just...
Weren't you the one who said you wanted to take on the Lords? Or would you rather go back to Calaglia?
I won't allow you to put words in my mouth. All I'm saying is we shouldn't rush things.
I don't need any of you coming along. The score is mine to settle.
You're not the only one who wants to avenge Zephyr's death.
He's right. Besides, if we don't take him on right now, we may never get another opportunity.
If you're going, that means you're going to need the blazing sword. If we do this, we can't afford to make any mistakes.
Are you really sure?
You can ask us again after we've defeated the Lord.
Please, allow me to help you as well. Think of it as an apology for getting you into this whole mess. It's the least I can do. Feel free to use anything in here you might need.
Aren't you worried about getting ambushed?
Impossible. I built this hideout with my own 2 hands, Medic. No Ganabelt doesn't know it exists.
Then let's go. Time to avenge Zephyr and free the realm's people.
I forgot to mention this before, but any enemies we go up against with real hard defenses, you just leave them to me.
Hard defenses? You mean like enemies with shields and things like that?
Shield, shells, armor, whatever. When you attack those kinds of enemies from the front, your blows mostly get blocked, right?
Sure. So you're saying you have a counter?
It's nothing fancy. Let's just say I have a knack for busting open tough, sturdy stuff. It's hard to explain, but I focus my energy and then hit a specific point with everything I've got. If I do it right, their defenses come crumbling down.
Really? But without astral arts, how could you possibly...
If he says he can do it, then he can do it. We can trust him.
Thanks, Alphen. Although, between you and me, right now there's nothing I want to bash in more than Ganabelt's stupid, smug face.
I think you'll get your chance soon enough, Law.
After all that, how can these people carry on like nothing happened? Didn't Zephyr's words reach anyone in that whole crowd?
The Snake Eyes could be anywhere. People are scared of being reported, so they can't do jack.
And speaking from experience, when you spend so much of your life as a slave, you stop even thinking of standing up and fighting. Calabria had a lot of people like that.
Well, these people are in no position to demand anything anyway, when they've lost the will to fight and need others to protect them.
These people have had a hard enough time just keeping the fires lit. No one wants to sacrifice their life without good cause.
It is what it is. Once Ganabelt is out of the picture, things in Cislodia are sure to change.
Yeah, I hope so.
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
That damn Ganabelt! I hate him!
I'm not seeing very many enemies around. What's going on?
They probably know we're not going to run away, and are waiting for us to show up.
Well, if it's a fight they want, I'll be more than happy to give them one.
They're probably inside the Revel prison tower in the plaza. That's where the Lord here lives.
The same building with the spirit vessel that's gathering all the light, huh?
We need to be careful of how we go from here. The fact Ganabelt knew about my healing arts and had that poison ready tells me he's extremely dangerous.
He's not dangerous. He's just a rat bastard who's getting what's coming to him.
I'm telling you, don't underestimate him. We don't know what else he's got in store for us. One misstep on our part is all it's going to take to give him what he wants.
You're right. Dad, what were you trying to tell me there at the end? I guess it'll have to stay unspoken and unheard. Like all the other things we never got round to telling each other.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
Zephyrs are back for me!
You mean you can get past that shield?
Just let him do his thing.
Now you see what I can do!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Ganabelt must be somewhere inside. How about it, Law? Any idea which way it is?
This is a Renin castle. You think they were in the habit of letting a Danon like me inside?
Point taken.
The astral energy's off the scale. Almost like it's pressing down on me.
You can feel it?
The whole castle must be brimming with it. My hunch is it'll get stronger the deeper we go.
It must be the spirit vessel. You can bet anything it's pulsing with stored astral energy. We can't let Ganabelt use it against us.
And we can assume that's his plan A.
Let him try. I'll destroy anything he throws at us. Got it. Whew. No back up there! Swallow dance!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. This place looks completely different from Balsef's castle.
Every lord has their tastes. Whether this really suits Renin's sensibilities is another matter altogether.
It's us Danons who built the structure, you know. How would we know what Renin's like?
Who cares? Let's hurry up and get to the top floor so we can kick Ganabelt's ass. No choice. Bring him down!
Now,
Abort!
now,
A mission! A mission!
Crap!
Looks like we won.
Hey!
Here I go!
Bring him down!
Barely a blip on our radar. Out of our way! Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Let's dispose of the trash.
I'm ready for the next battle.
Who wants to die next? Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Let's dispose of the trash.
Bring him down!
Barely a blip on our radar.
What is this place? Some kind of armory?
Looks like they're more for decorative purposes than actual combat.
Does it matter? We've got a job to do.
Wait, this isn't Renan. It's Danon.
Really?
And not just this one either. All of these. It's all Danon gear.
What's Danon equipment doing on display inside a Renan castle?
Ask around later if you're so interested. But for now, we've got more pressing matters to attend to, remember?
Did this open the door?
We still don't know how to activate the elevator. We'll just have to see what we can figure out.
That bastard, giving us the runaround.
Hi, Doodle!
We're not finished!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Is it? Let's dispose of the trash.
You're open! Come forth and helix of purity!
Our work is done here.
It's on!
Who wants You're open!
Thunderstorm!
Thunderblaze!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Does this look like an elevator key to you guys?
Only one way to find out. Let's go.
I guess we can take this? They keep a Zoogle locked up down here? Why? I've heard rumors that they feed prisoners to one instead of executing them. Do you think...
Stop it! Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Are you still thinking about that armory with all the Danon equipment?
Yeah, especially that black armor. I don't think I've ever seen anything from Dana that looked so nice.
I can tell you that it was definitely Danon. It was made using techniques found only here. That's how I know. But ever since the Renans came, our civilization's been scrubbed out, bit by bit. Hardly anything's left now, which is why most people don't remember.
But why would the Renans have something like that? Unless it was the spoils of war. It must be a token of the Danons who fought and lost in the past. Or rather, that the Renans were able to beat them.
Armor that nice must have been worn by a commander of some sort. They might have even been a Danon hero.
A hero, huh? A fallen hero, maybe.
I hate to see all that stuff fall into Renan hands, but it's amazing to see that so much of it has survived.
You into this kind of stuff then, Rinwell?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Are we done here? We don't want to keep Ganabelt waiting any longer.
Get in, get out!
Oh, my lord!
I can carve them!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down! Barely a blip on our radar. Let's dispose of the trash.
Illuminate! Come forth, holy glimmer!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Right, here goes!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
It'll help!
We're not finished!
Who wants to die
You
next?
picked the wrong fight!
Air thrust!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize. Let's dispose of the trash.
Bring him down!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Great. Now we can keep moving.
Don't overdo it, Law.
That equipment should come in handy.
Here we go! Fire support!
Mega Ray!
Where are you going?
Got you! It's over! Barely a blip on our radar.
You think the elevator's activated now?
Should be. Let's check and find out.
We're coming for you, Ganabelt. This looks nice and tough. No fire support! Engaging!
Our work is done here. Let's...
Just a little farther and we'll be there. I'm coming for you, Ganabelt. Hey, hold up a sec, guys.
What's up?
We need to talk about Ganabelt. This guy can control both light and lightning, and I've heard his swordsmanship is unrivaled.
I'm not surprised. He is one of the top lords, after all.
That's not all. He also has these weird little gadgets that he likes to use.
Gadgets? You mean like some kind of a Renin weapon?
Probably. He's got a bunch of these things that hover all around him. They're supposed to protect him from attacks coming in at any angle.
I take it there aren't any blind spots then.
Nope. Which is why I plan to bust down his defenses from the front.
What? Why? Isn't that where his defense will be the toughest?
That's why it's worth attacking. Once I poke a hole in that bastard's defenses, the rest of you can tear it wide open and give him hell.
All right, we go with your plan, Law. Now let's get going. It's about time we got revenge for Zephyr.
Ganabelt!
It's about time. I was beginning to worry you jumped ship like the rats you are.
You're not so fortunate. We're here to end you. To liberate Cyslodia. To avenge Zephyr.
You talk big, but don't you think you're forgetting something? Of your precious resistance groups, whether the Silver Swords or any others, none have ever dealt a blow to Renin domination. In each and every realm, the story is the same. Until you. You, who wields the blazing sword of Calaglia, are different.
News of Balsef's defeat really took the wind out of your sails.
That brute? A bad case of brawn over brain. Certainly no loss to me. Still, even the smallest of sparks can grow into an inferno. I must give precedence to the task at hand, extinguishing you. Snuffing out your fire before it spreads across the 5 realms.
No. He can't be.
Rinwell?
Nothing. I'm fine.
I, Ganabelt Valkyris, Lord of Cyslodia, accept your challenge. Come and meet your death.
You pay for what you did to my father!
The feisty mouth wishes to... I think not.
Ganabelt!
The barrier's been broke now!
Magna Red!
Alvin! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Hero primed and ready! Where are you going? Magna Red!
Drink deep the despair.
He's channeling astral energy!
Damn it! Can't get any closer!
If this keeps up,
Finish!
get toasty!
Burn strike! Have you learned your lesson? No, not yet! For the sake of Lenegus and my fellow brethren on Dana, I will not! Shut your stupid mouth and die! No, I refuse to believe this. It cannot end this way. If I die, my subjects will...
It's over. But Zephyr's still gone.
Focus on the positive. We defeated a lord, and under difficult circumstances, too.
Focus on the positive? Zephyr's dead, Shion.
And the Renans ruled this world unimpeded for 3 centuries. Did you think there wouldn't be any sacrifices?
So Zephyr's life just doesn't matter? He's dead, Shion. Our friend is dead. We're fighting this damn war to keep people alive!
Yeah, you're right. This is a war. Did you just realize that? Zephyr wasn't the first to die, and he sure won't be the last. If you can't handle that, Alphen, then you should run back to Calaglia. And when you do, just remember to leave the blazing sword here, in safer hands.
What's that supposed to mean?
Damn it. She just thinks she can say whatever she likes. Bickering among ourselves at a time like this isn't gonna get us anywhere. Especially at a time like this. All right. Fine.
So much for Ganabelt. Good riddance.
You said it.
So, Was the Lord of Calaglia like Ganabelt too?
No. Balsef was huge, a real tough guy act. Now that I think of it, his crest was different too. His was a flaming cross.
Ah, I see. Anyway, what do you guys plan on doing from here?
We keep moving. 3 Renin Lords remain, and we won't rest until their thrones are empty as well. That work for you, Xion?
That was my endgame from the beginning.
Hey, so if it's not too much trouble, could I maybe come along?
Isn't Cyslodia your home?
I mean, yes, but it's just, now that everyone knows what I've been hiding, well, it might be best to get as far away as I can until it all quiets down. Is that okay? I promise I'll pull my own weight.
Sure. You're welcome to join us.
Taking off, huh?
Yeah. Thanks for everything.
It's too bad. I wish there was more we could do to pay you back for all you've done. I'll see to it personally that Zephyr's remains reach Calaglia safely.
What's next for Cyslodia?
I honestly couldn't tell you. The enemy infiltrated its way right to our core as a people. Only time will tell if we can rise above our suspicions and come together.
Zephyr once told me that so long as you don't give up, there's no wall that can't be torn down.
Sounds about right. And thanks to you, the greatest obstacle that was in our way is now gone. I suppose the rest of it will be up to us.
I look forward to seeing how far you'll go.
Oh, I almost forgot. Before you head off, there's something I wanted to give you.
Wow, look at you. You scrub up real nice.
It was a parting gift.
It's like speaking to one of the old Danon heroes from legend.
Where to next, then?
Elda Menancia. You're really going to travel in that thing?
Why not? It's not as heavy as it looks. Actually, there's someone I was hoping we could invite along with us.
You can't be serious.
Got someplace to be?
Not really. I mean, I can't stay here, of course. Then again, there's no one waiting for me back in Calaglia either. Plenty of ditches along the road. Maybe I'll find one to die in.
How about a fresh start?
After the kinds of things I've done, I don't know where I'd even begin.
Your father said that as long as you face the past, there's hope.
I think it might be a little late for that.
He also said he'd fought and lost all his life, but didn't regret it in the slightest. It's only over when you give up. Keep fighting, and even that wall inside you can be brought down. Don't you want to see what your dad saw on the other side of that wall? What he was fighting for?
Do you think I'm even worthy to?
That's for you to decide.
I'm sick of losing everything I love. Of running from life. Maybe all that's left is to just turn around and face it. Count me in.
Finally, I thought you'd never finish. We've still got a ways to go.
Here we go, Hoodle.
This armor was a gift from Bregan. What if it really did belong to a Danon hero once upon a time? He challenged an overwhelmingly powerful Renin foe and perished for it. I wonder how he felt having the hopes of the people riding on him.
Hey, did you make off with that armor while none of us were looking? Because I've gotta admit, you look pretty snazzy in it.
He didn't steal it, if that's what you mean. Bregan gave it to him as a parting gift.
Ah, right. Although it makes sense, I guess. It's like a symbol of rebellion in its own way.
Which is why it should have been your father wearing this, not me.
I don't know. I don't think he could have pulled it off like you, man.
I wonder what the last wearer of this armor was dreaming of for Cyslodia when they decided to rise up and fight.
Who knows? Anyone who could have answered that is long gone. Truth is always lost with the departed.
Are you saying there's no point in trying to understand why they gave up their lives?
No, only that it's impossible to know for sure. Look, I can tell that you're concerned about Cyslodia's future, but we do have other things to take care of. You can't shoulder all of the world's problems, Alphen. If you try to, you'll only find yourself buried by the weight of it all.
Yeah, I know. My path is forward, and I'll do what I can, here and now.
You were born in Calaglia, right, Law?
Oh yeah, it's scalding hot all the time there, so I was shocked when I learned Cyslodia is the exact opposite. Not to mention dark.
Not anymore, thankfully.
How did you even manage to cross the border between realms? All 5 realms are supposed to be closed off, due to the nature of the crown contest.
What? Is this an interrogation now?
I didn't mean it like that. I just figured if a Danon like you was able to slip between realms, it could come in handy later.
Ah, good thinking. I don't think I really did anything all that creative, though.
What? Don't tell me you climbed over the walls of fire.
Oh, hell no. Not even Zoogles could do something that crazy. Nah, I stowed away.
In what?
Oh, you'll like this. The realms don't maintain much contact with each other, but there are resources each is looking to trade for. So, there are cargo convoys from each of the lords that go around a few times a year to lend those resources to each other.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that. That was the only time the gates of Calaglia would ever open up.
Right. Obviously, they don't let Danons ride with them, so I snuck on board inside some cargo instead.
So you were carried out of the realm? You did great not getting caught. Way to go.
Let's just say I've always had a knack for sneaking around since I was little. I was also really desperate to get the hell out of Calaglia at the time. I had more guts than brains that day. If I had to guess, I probably wasn't the first one to ever do something like that. Danon or Renin.
I wonder if that's how Ganabelt, was able to hear about what happened in Calaglia so quickly.
So in other words, we should always assume that the enemy is informed about whatever it is that we may be up to, wherever we go.
Yeah!
Hey.
Thanks for letting me stick around, you guys.
Sure, we're happy to have you. But are you sure you don't want to head back to Calaglia?
Yeah, I'm not sure how I can help yet. But for now, I'm going to follow Alphen and see what happens next.
Where does that drawbridge connect to?
No idea, but I've seen it get lowered. It can't be lowered from this side anyway, so it's useless to us.
Here we go! Now! The tide of battle has turned. Right. Comrades in arms.
What? Too sentimental?
Easy peasy, huh, Hoodle?
But
If it's in the sky, it's mine. There!
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
I hate camping out.
Law?
Yeah, sorry. Just a little travel weary is all. Looking forward to finally getting out of here, you know?
Still beating yourself up about your dad, aren't you?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. But that's not what I was just thinking about.
Oh?
I never did tell you how I ended up hanging around with the Snake Eyes, did I?
Not properly. All I know is you had a falling out with your dad and ran away from home.
Getting to Cislodia almost killed me. Once there, though, I actually ended up joining a resistance organization, believe it or not. Of course, before long, someone ratted us out. And we were ambushed by the Snake Eyes. I'd never seen such brutality. If I hadn't surrendered...
Law?
I don't know why. They let me live. They made me watch as they butchered my friends right in front of my eyes. I still have nightmares. I hear roars of Zeugles as my friends scream, the snow stained red with blood, and all the while those bastards laughing. I thought that with Ganabelt defeated, I'd be able to put it all behind me. Turns out that was a little optimistic. I was terrified they would kill me too. So I wound up betraying the memory of my friends and getting my old man killed in the process. I wonder if I'm any braver now. What if one day I panic again and end up running away like always?
And leave us behind? You really think you'd do that?
I hope not. But who's to say what I'm really capable of?
Ah! I found you.
Something wrong, Rinwell?
How very perceptive of you. When I turned around, you were gone, so we came back to look for you.
Maybe tell us next time you decide to stop. We need all our manpower to face these Zeugles.
Geez, okay. I can't help it when nature calls, can I?
Nature? Ew, gross! Here?
Let's make tracks, shall we?
I hope he makes it through this.
You invited him along. He's your liability.
He's Zephyr's son, Shion. What was I supposed to do? Just leave him?
Fine. Just don't come crying to me about it, all right? I've got enough deadbeats slowing me down as it is.
Why did people dig this path so far underground?
Maybe it was too dangerous on the mountains for them to traverse over them.
So you're saying that before Dana was conquered, Danans made this so that they'd have a way to get through the mountains?
If I had to guess, they might have even lived inside of these once upon a time.
Not like there's any way of knowing now. Not after all our history was lost.
No, it wasn't lost. It was stolen from us by the Renans because they thought slaves didn't need it. And because keeping it around would have made it harder to control us.
It's not all gone. Look at that over there.
What is it? It looks like a broken piece from a dish or something.
Probably. It's true the Renans erased a lot of our history. But if we look hard enough, I think we'll find there's still plenty of it left. But first, we have to win the freedom to even look for it.
We'll win it all right. Then we'll reclaim our history.
I guess Messia is the first place we met. Hala.
Yeah, I was a snake eye and you were a silver sword. Who would have thought we'd end up on the same team?
You make an odd pair, it's true.
You guys are the odd ones, running with a red thing.
It takes a true marksman to use.
Hold up! Is this as valuable as I think it is?
All this walking up and down is a pain.
Yeah, I wish we could just go straight through without all this hassle.
On the other hand, the collapsed parts let you reach some places you wouldn't be able to otherwise.
Gotta break through!
Help this! Who wants to dodge? Dance, immortal droplet! Easy peasy, ha hoodle.
Hey, Law. Back when we left Sisleden, you remember how you said so long as you don't give up, there's nothing to stop someone starting over?
Yeah?
Well, I think you did just that. You've set out on a new path despite what happened in your past. Besides, you're not the only one fumbling your way through things.
You too?
It was your dad who taught me to fight. Back at the start of all this, I knew that so long as I followed him, I wouldn't end up straying. But it was also your dad who told me the importance of becoming my own master, of searching out the answers within me. I always figured I would one day. But at the same time, I had so much more to learn. When he died, I suddenly found myself rudderless. Sure, our immediate goal is to defeat all the lords. But then what comes after that? There's no one left to point me in the right direction. It was then that I realized, no matter how much I fret about it, the only thing I can do is fight. Renin brutality isn't going to right itself. So that's what I'm doing. Fighting. And in the meantime, I'll try to figure out my next move. Right now, that's about all I can do.
And you really believe you got what it takes to win this? Against all the odds?
Yes, I do. Or at least I want to. If I'm being completely honest, sometimes I'm not really sure whether I can or not. So what if we're still figuring stuff out? If we do it together, then we can support one another along the way. Is there anything so wrong with that?
No, I don't think there is. I think I get it now. We may not know what we're capable of, but we have to try all the same.
Having another one of your secret meetings? Don't tell me you were taking yet another bathroom break?
Oh, we were just engaging in a bit of brotherly bonding. Isn't that right, Alphen?
Yeah, that's right.
Fine then, suit yourselves. Hey, I think I can feel a breeze up ahead. I bet the exit is real close.
Finally! Man, it's been too long since I felt the sun on my face. When I get in a tussle, I go full force right at him. Whoever makes the first move wins.
I do have to admit, it's quite the spectacle to watch you charge in and go to town on someone during a battle.
Yeah, it was actually my old man who taught me to fight that way. The more I lay the beat down on some baddies, the more fired up my fists of fury get.
Zephyr taught you? Wow. I guess you really are following in his footsteps.
There's nothing wrong with being so focused on offense, but the enemy always fights back at some point.
As long as I don't get hit, it's not a problem, right?
So what you're saying is you're too weak to take a hit.
You're not exactly one to talk.
What were you two talking about earlier?
Earlier? Oh, it was just serious guy talk. You know, the kind that girls don't get to hear.
Really?
Don't mind him, Rinwell. It's just... maybe it is a little difficult to talk about in front of women.
Difficult to talk about? Okay, now I really want to hear it. Unless... it's not the creepy sort of guy talk, right?
No! Okay, it's not creepy.
Okay. As long as you're fighting fit, you can talk about whatever you like.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? We're finally here. Elda Menancia, the land of green. The place certainly lives up to its name, doesn't it?
Yeah, just feel that breeze. It's like night and day compared to Calaglia and Cislodia.
Unsullied, fertile land, as far as the eye can see. That's beautiful. Oh, what?
Oh, nothing. Just... I was thinking the very same thing.
That's the realm capital in the distance. The city of Vicent. A word to the wise before we continue. Elda Menancia has produced more sovereigns over the years than any other.
Xion! Guess we should probably follow after her, shouldn't we? Hey, you all right, Law?
Yeah, fine. I was just thinking how Dad would have enjoyed this view. All this green in one place is incredible. Anyway, let's get moving before we start looking tasty to monsters.
Is he going to be okay?
Eventually. That's a wall he'll have to overcome on his own.
So if I remember right, there are 6 elements of astral energy, and darkness is only on Rena, and light can only be found on Dana, right?
Right. I only remember because my parents drilled it all into my head when I was little.
How did we find out about dark astral energy in the first place if it's not on Dana, though?
Beats me. I couldn't tell you how or when we figured out that sort of stuff. I'm sure there's other stuff we've forgotten along the way, too.
Yeah, I bet. And then we forget that knowledge was even forgotten at all, and it's back to square one.
Exactly. That's why we need to take good care of what knowledge and artifacts we still have left.
You really have a thing for old stuff, don't you?
Well, I don't know that I'd call it just a thing. It's also something that helps me feel connected to our world.
Connected?
It's nothing. Forget I even mentioned it. I should have guessed that there'd be no way he'd understand. How could he?
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here. What's wrong? Huh?
Yes!
Should this really be here? I hate camping out.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Oh.
You okay? You made a weird sound.
Sorry. I was just thinking how amazing this view is.
What's the matter? Haven't you ever seen mountains and fields before?
Actually, now that I think about it, it's not every day we get to enjoy views like this.
You too?
Yeah. Calaglia has rocky landscapes, but the terrain here is completely different. Like, you see that mountain over there? Doesn't it look like a big wave that somebody turned into stone?
Right? And those ones look like the horns or claws of some giant monster. I'm surprised they managed to stay up.
Yeah, just be thankful we don't have to pass under them.
Actually,
They won't come tumbling down that easily.
You sure about that?
Menancia harvests earth energy, which explains why the topography is so varied here. It's also why those rocks are bound to be sturdy.
So all that astral energy is also what makes this realm look so lush then. Does astral energy really have that much of an impact on the land?
Yeah. Is that why even that mountain looks the way that it does?
The stronger the energy is, the greater impact it has on lots of things. So yes, like a great big fire.
but these imbalances are too pronounced to be nature's work. It's not how Dana would otherwise naturally look.
If it's not natural, then you mean all of this is the Renan's doing?
When you put it like that, even something as nice looking as this starts to feel wrong.
Just great.
I guess... Yeah!
Great!
Let's dispose of the trash.
Who wants to die next?
Plasma shock! No choice.
That gun of yours is real handy.
It takes a true marksman to use.
We did it!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Hey, would you look at that? Green as far as the eye can see. I think even the Zoogles look a little fuller than they usually do.
They're still Zoogles, just on a fuller stomach. Don't forget, this is enemy territory we're in. What could this be?
I see a village over there.
The people working in it look Danon.
Look at these fields and all this livestock. Am I crazy for thinking these people seem to have it pretty easy?
What the hell is going on here? Renan soldiers.
Do the Renans control this city? I've never seen so many of them in one place before.
No. Look at the cores on them. These people are all Danans. They're slaves.
If they are, they're awfully well dressed.
And they're smiling too. Something weird's going on here.
Forgive the intrusion, but if I'm not mistaken, you're newcomers to Elda Menencia, yes? Please, you have no reason to be alarmed. My name is Droshin. I work at the Department for Welfare.
Department for Welfare?
We work to support the day-to-day living of all citizens. Welcoming newcomers to the realm is a part of our job, albeit one we rarely have the pleasure to perform.
Let me guess. We get a free pair of shackles as a welcome gift.
Perish the thought! Your trepidation is perfectly understandable, but I assure you, our way is quite different. In the past, this realm was no different from any other, and run by a rather merciless ruler. But all of that changed once His Excellency, Lord Dohalim, assumed power 7 years ago.
Dohalim.
Under him, for the first time in our lives, we Danans were treated with the respect we deserve. Lord Dohalim is adored by Danans throughout the realm, and we serve him with gladness.
Am I hearing you right? The Danans here willingly serve a Renan lord?
Please, see for yourself. You're free to go anywhere you like. Just ask if you should need anything.
What is it? Spit it out.
It's just, we came here to free everyone.
Uh-huh.
But the Danans of this realm are all happy to serve Dohalim. Are there any walls that even need tearing down?
Who cares? That just makes our path to Dohalim that much clearer.
I guess, but...
Still, Droshin said we should check things out for ourselves. Maybe we should look around a bit, see what we learn.
Everyone is all smiles.
Everyone walking the streets looks so calm and happy. I guess it really is true they don't treat Danans as slaves here.
Did they actually somehow achieve equality here? And if they did, why? To what end?
Something here doesn't feel right, even though they sure want to act like it does.
What is going through that Lord Dohalim's mind, I wonder?
Sure.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
I still can't believe I'm seeing Danins and Renins getting along.
You never know. It could all be an act on orders from the Renins.
To what end? It would be an incredible amount of effort just to fool us.
Let's check out more of the city. There's probably places we haven't seen yet.
My dad's working in the quarry today. So is mine. I'm gonna help him when I grow up.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from us. Looks like Danins are working in the quarry.
Let's go check it out.
So, do any of you know anything about Lord Dohalim?
I think I remember hearing something back in Sislodan about how he fights using a rod.
A rod?
I don't know the details, but from what I gather, he swings a long rod around and uses it to stab and smack people from afar. I think there's also something he does with, like, trees or grass or something. I forget.
Grass?
Bear in mind that Eldemenencia harvests Earth astral energy. It would be no surprise for him to have some sort of control over plants.
So basically the point is we know nothing about the guy. Wish we weren't going in completely blind.
Stay sharp. We're going in.
I'm sorry. I'm not feeling well today. Could I please take the day off?
Oh, that's terrible. Rest up and try not to strain yourself. I'll let the others know.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Everybody seems so happy working here.
And it seems like the
Halt! I presume you're Alphen. of Orbis Calaglia? I'm Captain Kisara of the Eldermenencia Guard.
Just Kisara? No last name would make you a Danon.
So it does. Is that a problem?
The guard. Wait, so you're saying the Lord of Eldermenencia has Danons protecting him?
In this country, Danon guardsmen aren't unusual. Everyone who enlists does so of their own free will.
She sounds like she's serious, Alphen.
That makes no sense. Don't your people remember 7 years ago?
Wouldn't you be grateful if you were finally allowed to live as a free person? And for my part, there is no greater honor than being chosen to serve His Excellency, Lord Dohalim. I feel no shame. But all of that aside, I came seeking you, Alphen, at Lord Dohalim's behest. He wishes an audience with you.
With us?
Indeed. He awaits you at Autolina Palace. That is, if you choose to accept. I am here only as a messenger, not a kidnapper. Your reply?
All right. We'll meet your lord.
Very well. I shall return and deliver your acceptance. Please don't keep him waiting too long.
Before you go, what lies beyond this point?
A quarry manned by Danon laborers.
Nothing else?
There's a Danon medical facility for the severely ill at the back. However, for sanitation reasons, it's kept off limits, even to guardsmen.
That was odd. Why do you think this Dohalim would want to see us?
It's probably a trap.
Still, they already know we're here. Not like we can start being stealthy now. We might as well listen to what he has to say.
Hey, are you sure about going? What if it's
That Kisara woman. She sounded pretty smug about serving Dohalim, didn't she?
She still has a run-in for a boss. How is that any different from being a slave?
Renan society is a meritocracy. To us, it's seen as natural that those who sit at the top rule over the rest.
It's the same old wall as the rest of Dana at the end of the day, just with a different coat of paint.
I guess it can change people's attitudes if they can at least serve someone they respect.
But they're still being deceived. It's obvious that's what's happening.
On the one hand, her loyalty really did seem to be genuine. But on the other hand, Calaglia had its fair share of Danons who just accepted Renan rule because it was all they'd ever known. With that in mind, it can be hard to tell if her loyalty truly came about on its own, or if it's just the result of years of subjugation.
Who knows? It might clear some things up if we hear what Dohalim has to say.
Yeah, you're right. Let's make our way to the palace.
I guess that towering structure at the center is the palace.
You think it's dangerous to go inside?
I just don't get it. The Danons have endured years of suffering. How could they just turn around and trust the Renans all of a sudden?
Yeah, I've been wondering the same thing. But I guess they must have a pretty good reason, right?
Like what? What could erase 300 years of pain and suffering?
Maybe it's precisely because they suffered for so long that they see Dohalim as something of a savior.
Hey, whose side are you on here, Alphen?
Relax, Rinwell. All I'm saying is that we shouldn't jump to assumptions about these people until we know more about the situation.
I just don't get it.
Hey!
Pretty fancy place they got here.
There's no way this isn't a trap.
Your guest, my lord.
Thank you, Kisara. You're the wielder of the blazing sword, the liberator of Calaglia. You do dress humbly for someone of such grandeur. But where are my manners? I am the ruler of Elda Menencia. I'm Lord Dohilim Ilkaris.
If you know who we are, then you know how strange it is to invite us into your palace.
I thought I'd clear up your misconceptions before things could escalate. What do you say? You did come here to defeat me, did you not?
Perhaps, and what if we did? Are you planning to fight us here?
I don't think that will be necessary. After all, I imagine you've taken in a fair amount of his scent by this point. Have you come across even one slave being abused? Soldiers killing for sport? Suffering of any form? I would hazard that you have not. For I have liberated Menencia from its suffering and brought joy to its people. But if these results are not enough to stay your sword, I commend you for your boldness, but it won't work on me. Still, your would-be assassination cannot go unpunished.
Alphen!
Fair enough. Allow me to host you for dinner. We shall continue our talk then. Kelzelik,
Yes, my lord.
please escort our guests if you would be so kind.
As you wish, sire.
That's what you get for being so careless.
What I get? What were you thinking attacking him on your own?
What are you upset about? Our whole goal is supposed to be overthrowing the lords. Remember?
He could have been hurt.
And it wouldn't have been the first time either. What's gotten into you?
Hey, you do know that Alphen is really just worried about you, right?
He's worried?
I mean, that's what it looked like to me. But maybe not.
It pains me to see that Renan cuisine isn't to your liking. I asked my chefs to prepare only the finest delicacies available. 2 wasted opportunities.
Why did you set the Danans here free when you took over?
But you are mistaken. You see, I may rule single-handedly, but on my own even I cannot change the order of things. But what is within my power is the welfare of the people, the fostering of a mutual respect among the classes. This I can change.
Sounds a lot like the Danans are still oppressed, if you ask me.
Only in the sense they continue to serve as laborers, yes. However, I assure you they are fairly compensated for their efforts. This harmony we strive for is the current pinnacle of Renan-Danan coexistence.
Harmony and coexistence between the Renans and the Danans.
What about the crown contest? This doesn't exactly make you a shoo-in.
And yet, the Danans here are even more productive than when they used to face daily lashings. In any case, the crown contest is of little importance to me, and even less to Elda Menencia. You see, I have no interest in becoming sovereign.
Stop this! Please! Over! Stop!
How could you? I swear, I'll never forgive you for this!
It is not by choice that one assumes the throne of a realm. But sovereign is a different matter entirely. I have no interest in playing their game.
Are you saying you'll withdraw from the contest?
I guess if you don't plan to ascend the throne, there's not much reason to harvest energy from Danons, is there?
Let the ambitious fight it out amongst themselves. All I care for is maintaining peace throughout my realm.
So what? Your personal desires are all that matter to you?
Take a look in the mirror. I may not play their games, but you have outright betrayed your own. You've torn down 2 of my fellow lords. What precisely is your aim? Spare me your answer. I care not for your reasons. Suffice it to say, I will not impede you. That said, should you threaten the peace of my realm, I will respond. I suggest you conclude your business and leave Menancia at your earliest convenience. Kelzelik. Our guests depart. Please see to their lodgings for the night.
I shall arrange for rooms for you all at a local inn. It is a short ways down the road. You may stay there for the night, after which I suggest you promptly make your departure.
Damn, look at how ritzy this place is. How many rooms do you... So you're the blazing sword of Calaglia now, huh? Come to think of it, I remember Ganabelt calling you that too.
Yeah, you're getting to be pretty famous among the lords.
Yeah, and that's not a good thing either.
What do you mean? That's something you should be proud of, if anything, Alphen. They're scared of you, man. You're a real badass.
It's not as simple as that, Law. The more well-known he is, the more people might come after him.
No, that's not what I'm worried about.
It isn't?
When people call me that, it feels like there's something hanging over me that shouldn't be there. It's hard to put into words, but it's something that doesn't feel like a part of me. Something I can't let be a part of me. Or else.
Well, I still think it's pretty amazing, but that's just me.
Do you really think we should trust accommodations from a Renan lord? How do we know it's safe?
Like we have any other choice. We can't go and set up camp outside of town at this hour.
Honestly, I'd still take that over staying here. What if they try to kill us in our sleep?
I doubt that's the case. His best chance to kill us would have been back at the palace. His true intentions aside, for now, at least we're in his good books.
Then we probably shouldn't test his patience. Let's find that inn and check in.
Whoo! Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Interesting. All we ever got was a tattered blanket, a rock-hard bed, and well past its prime food.
What are you talking?
What we got for our slave labor back in Calaglia. As you can tell, it wasn't much at all. Here, the Danans get the same basic amenities, but the quality is way better than anything we were given. Hell, apparently they even get time off to do what they want. If I'm being honest, I'm not sure how to take all this in.
Could it be that things were simply harsher in Calaglia compared to everywhere else?
It was the same in Cislodia, too. Our buildings and clothing were equipped to handle the cold, but that was the only difference. Working the floodlights was a form of punishment, so we didn't really get rewarded for anything that we did.
Yeah, you could be assigned to fix food or make daily necessities too, but when all was said and done, most of that stuff went to the Renans. There wasn't much in the way of compensation for any of that, so I'd say that Cislodia and Calaglia were both pretty awful.
Then Elda Menancia really is unusual.
To say the least. Hell, I might even go so far as to call it crazy. But the fact remains, Danans aren't free here.
Yeah, no matter how happy they look, they're still slaves.
I don't even know what to think right now. This is all way too much to deal with. It's giving me a headache. So that was Lord Dohalim, huh? He sure is something. Definitely not like the other lords we've met up until now.
At first, he sounded like just some snobby royal, but he immediately shut down Shion's surprise attack. He's tougher than he looks.
Definitely. After all, he's a lord for a reason.
The food was pretty damn good, too.
Why are you two complimenting him? You just said it yourself, Alpin. He's a Renan lord.
Yeah, but he didn't act hostile towards us.
You're reading him wrong. He's acting indifferent. He's attempting to keep some distance between himself and everyone else. It's obvious.
What are we going to do then? Vicent seems to be legit peaceful. Are we just gonna do as he says and leave things be?
I'm not entirely sure. For now, I think it would be best for us to rest at the inn and think about our options.
Ow.
Welcome, fair travelers. Lord Dohalim's retainer told us to expect you. It is an honor for you to stay with us. Please, make yourselves comfortable.
This is better than I expected. The room. It's nice.
Huh? Oh, yeah. It is pretty nice.
You okay, La? You're a million miles away.
Nah, it's weird. I felt strange ever since we arrived here. Can't seem to shake it. Maybe it's something about this place.
You're just tired. I'm feeling pretty sluggish myself.
You too?
Seriously, you two? A word to the wise, our work here is far from over. Get yourselves together.
Sorry, but I need to call it a day. Let's meet back here tomorrow morning and see where things go from there. Sound good?
Sure, but keep an eye out for anything strange, okay? We still don't know how safe this place really is. you two feeling any better?
Yeah, a good night's sleep seems to have done the trick.
I wonder why we felt so out of it. You think it might have been because of all the food we ate?
You don't think they slipped something into our food, do you? That must be it.
If they were making an attempt on our lives, we'd know it by now. Though, on the other hand, they could be warning us off.
Come to think of it, you didn't eat anything at the meal, Rinwell. Aren't you starving?
Oh, I made myself something later.
You missed out. That was some mighty fancy grub they served yesterday.
What? And give the enemy a chance to poison me too? Are you crazy?
What's the big deal? Shion ate it too, remember? And we both tried the same stuff.
Well, maybe they laced it with poison that's only harmful to Danins,
That's enough, Rinwell.
A cat? Where'd it come from?
There's something on its collar. Hold on a sec.
I think it's trying to lead us somewhere.
I'm gonna follow it.
Hey! Where do you think you're going? Whoo! Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?